Hello everybody, I'm back. This is part 2 of today's stream, and it's also the very first day of our new streaming marathon. So our streaming marathon is pretty simple. For 3 weeks, I'm going to do extra streams. So definitely stop by. I'm going to stream Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time. And I'm very excited to get going with that. We're going to try to sculpt a lot of D&D minis, at least 3. The intro video is amazing. Thank you. I hope you guys don't mind me snacking. I need it to be able to stream. And also, this is my first time trying rice cake after I was at the hospital, so we're gonna find out together if this is okay. I'm glad you guys like the new graphics too. I made those in Unreal, and they were super fun to make. I obsessed with them for ages. Like, my eyes are squinty. You guys in my stream today? I don't believe we have a challenge for today. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. Let me finish this snack, and then we can move on with a little owlbear. I also had the idea to try to see some other people doing their owlbear minis. So let's go ahead and look at it together. Owlbear, Owlbeat D&D mini. What we got here? A lot of feathers, a lot of detail. Look at the eyes. Sorry guys about the chewing. Oh, this one's beautiful. Look at the beautiful detail work on this. You know what? I'm gonna put this one on my BRF board. Look at how beautiful, how flowy that is. We can do that with VDM brushes. Okay. So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to add the feathers. We're going to try to pose it. I don't know if I can get it all done today, but we'll see. Or the same guy. Which ones do you guys like the most out of these ones? Oh, look at the coloring on this one. I like that. I say with the full mouth. I hope you all understand. This one's very beautiful. That one's so beautiful, but I don't want to open up Etsy, you know? Maybe I can reverse Google image the search. Whatever, I'll just copy that straight in here. Tooth and tusk. Goes for $25. I wonder if they actually delivered the model itself or just the STL. I've thought about selling prints, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. It seems like a huge risk, you know, to have to print it and then it could go wrong and then you have to ship it. after the print goes right, you have to actually get it to the customer in one piece. You know, it just doesn't feel like a very safe business model to me. That's the same one. They must have great ads. I really like these like sideways feathers as well, but I think I'm gonna stick with something more simple, like just kind of like hair-like feathers. I just noticed that that's like purely hair, basically. Let's also search up some like ZBrush, VDM feather. I like ones that look menacing. We can do something like this. I actually taught like last Saturday at the school how to make VDM feathers. I just want to do it like even better this time. Let's get like straight into it because we have no time to lose. So I'm gonna try not to get like too wild and crazy with the I'm gonna comb my hair. I'm trying to not get too wild and crazy with the anatomy or anything until I get the feathers in, because like frankly, the feathers there's just gonna cover everything up anyway. So yeah. Is there such a thing as too many refs? Yes, there is. And that's something I always find my students and my mentees kind of falling into a trap, because there's too many. They're always hopping around. They don't know which one to use, and then like their reference sometimes will just not match just enough, so that they'll like be undoing their own work. So like from one side they'll do like one thing, and then the other reference like doesn't have that thing, so they take it off, and then the other reference does have the thing, and then they put it on. Like it's a whole, oh, it's a crazy situation sometimes. So for those of you who were not here during the first half of today's stream, I'm gonna let you know that I am a little bit unwell, not 100% health back yet. Therefore, you might notice that my energy is a little bit off, you know, a little low. Hey, he's like yelling. And if you notice that, like, you know, it's just because I literally like I think I'm just in trauma or something. Like, I don't know. It was just a rough week. So, but I am here to do and finish this piece. Let's go. Go. Right, Sparkles? Yeah? I wish you guys could hear him yelling. Yeah? Ah.
Are no prime mais cito no canal da pixelogic. Vim pra assistir e pra arrumar.
EPR, hey. Oh, que legal. Obrigada por essa. Muito obrigada. Okay, I'm gonna use a VDM plane to make a feather, and probably make a bunch of feathers. I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate this so that we can make a bunch of feathers for today. I thought it was just a picture of a cat. I just saw it move. Yeah, it's okay. It's a real world cat here. Here's my hand. And there's the cat. I'm not gonna touch the cats, because if I touch the cats, then we are in big trouble, because he's gonna want attention and he's not gonna let me do art. I hear him. Oh, are you using the internet restream bot today? I don't know what that means. I think you use PC, right? I use Mac and it gets pretty slow. I do use PC, although I'm not sure if it's like the Mac that makes it slow, or is it like the components, you know? I'm gonna start with some like really clean furs like this. Pick up symmetry. Oh, should probably go up a few subdivisions, right? And then I'm just gonna clean that up. Try to get a nice mask done. much as possible. We're gonna have to do a bunch of variations of these probably. Then I'm going to kind of mask pen, just simple, soften that transition at the beginning there. Then I'll maybe go up a subdivision or two. Oh shoot, I think it's too late to go up a subdivision. Okay, yeah, it's gonna tell me to clear my mask, which I do not want to do. So I'm going to come in here to deformation, maybe a little bit inflate balloon. Just like that. A little bit inflate normal. Then maybe go down a couple subdivisions and start kind of putting in the actual furry part. The wobbliness is not ideal, but I'm also going to take a demi standard, make it nice and pointy, and use it inverted to kind of guide where I want the height of the fur to be. That. And then clean up a lot. And then just try cleaning up. And man, I really want to play some Dead by Daylight today. The people I normally play with, they've been really busy, and also I've been really busy at the times that they're not busy, so we haven't played in forever. Really forever. But like I also haven't been enjoying the game as much lately either. King Krovak, thank you so much for the follow, appreciated. You'd happily play, maybe if we can get a little crowd. I'm going to just soften these lines outside of the fur. Not let it get so wobbly. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have like made it use the move brush to give it some volume as well. Not so awkward. Maybe if I come in here and I just kind of mask area. Oh my god, perfect. That worked just fine. And then I'm going to kind of like move this part down and then this part up a little. Oh shoot. I'm just doing my first trial run. I've done fur plenty of times, but I don't know how this will look, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the brushes here, grab my chisel, something from mesh, and then hey, the very start of it, like the fur itself looks fine, whatever. Like the actual start of the fur looks kind of bleh, so I think I'm just gonna mask that area out. Soften it a bunch. And then go to deformation and morph to grid, and I'm just going to do a tiny bit. And then from mesh, I don't know if that's any better. That's one brush for us down. So we could, for example, come in here, divide it a bunch. I'm just going to try a couple of things. Of course, it's not time to do this yet, but let's see. Gotta always try your brushes on, right? Before you actually commit. Something like this maybe would be good. Always gotta look on it without color as well. I think maybe if I go a little bit more 3D with it, that would be ideal, probably. Yeah, we need to go more 3D with it. That was a good first attempt. Você estudou 3D por quantos anos antes de começar a trabalhar na indústria? Assim, como eu fiz o meu primeiro estágio com 6 meses, depois eu comecei a trabalhar. Então foi relativamente rápido, mas também tá na faculdade, tinha treinamento 2D e tal. Maybe question. Your brush has pattern or something that I don't get in ZBrush. Oh, so I still have to fix that. I've been meaning to fix that for a while. That is a capture issue, not a ZBrush issue. So my ZBrush looks normal, but it looks weird on stream. Always fun to hear the English voice struggling with Portuguese. Have you thought about selling the STLs? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we are going to. I think this will be good for like small hairs and stuff like that. Okay, back to the drawing board. Let's try again. I'm gonna choose another VDM plane. Hi Majestic, how you doing? Freckles has his little face right outside of the camera. Oh, I looked at him, he looked at the camera. So while I am eating, snacking once again, let's talk about the rules of the challenge. So as you might know, we're actually doing a giveaway, which includes at the very least 1 month of free mentorship with me, well, one free mentorship session, and okay, let's go little by little. So from today until the July 20th, we're doing a giveaway. The theme is sculpt 3 DND minis and create a tabletop scene. In 3D, in real life, it doesn't matter. Okay, kind of how like I have this. See how I kind of set up a little bit of a fake D&D scene, right? With like a little map and all of that little dice. So that is the challenge, to make your own of that. It doesn't have to be as big, and include 3 D&D minis in that scene. The first place gets 1 session of mentorship with me, okay, plus 1 month of Sculpting Academy live workshops. Then the second place gets 1 month of Sculpting Academy live workshops, and third place also gets 1 month of live workshops. To participate, you have to sculpt 3 D&D minis and render them together. These minis must be from a specific class or topic. The first one will be revealed today, which is what we're doing today. So the first one is the Owlbear. Make your own Owlbear and you can participate. Of course, if you do the other 2 as well. And you have until July 20th in 17 days to submit your work into the email and the 3 mentorships. You will not submit your 3D art, only a picture. Okay, I don't want to see files on there that aren't PNG or JPEG, okay? So you can submit up to 10 renders of your scene and models. You can render in any software you prefer. You do not submit artwork you did outside of the challenge. And you can use the Whips and Critiques channel on my Discord to participate. Here, let me put my Discord link in there. Okay. By participating, you guarantee that the work is yours and that Anna can repost it on social media, of course, tagging you. And to get a social media shout out, by the way, everybody who participates can get a social media shout out. Post your work on your own social media and tag me and use the hashtag #InARtsChallenge. Posting your work on social media increases the chances of winning. And the winners will be released on July 22nd. Okay? So, you guys got a bunch of little things you can win. Plus, we are actually, this is a secret, okay? Don't tell anybody, but we are actually in talks with some really cool companies to give away even more stuff. So at the end of the day, there might be some even more stuff to give away. All right. I hope you guys participate in the giveaway. It's gonna be fun. If nothing else, just to do something fun, you know? Okay, so this time I did the same thing, but I'm going to use the move brush first. Actually, I'm still probably gonna use the, oh no, move brush is fine. And I'm going to pull the stuff out in a more 3D fashion. The scene looks great. Thank you, Jamal. I made that myself. So, okay, now we're trying this. We're going to still go to deformation, do a little like balloon. Ah, that's too much. The masking on this one on the right turned out real bad, huh? Then we did the naming standard, which did look fine. We had gone down a couple of divisions and kind of like created the hair pattern detailing. Now let's see, before we spend too much time on this one, soften up the transition and see if it's any good. If it's not, we'll try again. Sometimes this is what these become, just kind of not so great attempts to do this. Let's see, let's go back to our little tester dummy. I should have tucked in the bottom part, huh? What do you guys think? Better than the last one? Needs to go up a subdivision, I think. That's a cleaner application. And of course, if it looks good, we will make more variations so that we're not always repeating the same one. I think this is closer to what we were looking for. Do they have fur or feathers? So I don't know. I've seen both. I'm gonna do both. We're just using the test dummy here to see what we're gonna do. I wonder if we're getting distortion here. So let's go ahead and go back to the plane. Before we go too far, I want to invert this and I soften this and use the tuck a little bit of the plane area back in. See if that helps. It could also make it worse. So let's see. From mesh. No, it helps. But also I added some sort of dent somewhere. So we're going to have to fix the dent. Can't tell where the dent is. Right there. What I'm going to do is I'm masking out that area. Then we're going down to the lower subdivision. Going to deformation and morph to grid. Oh, opposite. And then we're going to detail this out for real this time. We want some nice details out. It doesn't have to be crazy because it's going to be pretty small, but still. I want it to look pretty okay. Narwhals nasty are nasty. Thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Even though you have hard feelings about narwhals. Looking a little lumpy, seems I've made a couple of mistakes already. See that? We don't want that. I'm gonna go ahead and mask out the just the top here. That should help me not make so many mistakes. Perhaps I'll even change my alpha a little bit to more detail. Maybe I'll even go to the lazy mouse, turn up the lazy rate, turn down the intensity. See if I like this at all. Gonna mask lasso this one. Let's see. From mesh, while I skip the song. I don't dislike the song, it's just like sometimes some songs they're distracting. Can't tell where the song's coming from. Where are you? I mean, that's like in a good way, like jazz. Nice. Go ahead and do a little more morphing to a grid. And let's try it out. Detailing on this one looks the best out of all of them so far. But there's definitely some wobbliness and stuff going on that might. And also we need to work on that transition. That's Teeth. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And again, I'm just using this as the tester dummy. We're going to replace all of these to make them actually look nice. Oigan, tudo bem? This is my favorite fictional thief. I don't know if I have one. DJ Produções Arte, muito obrigada. So, do you guys have any career or motivation based topics to talk about today that you want to ask me about? Ah, você me inspirou na utopia? Eu quero ir. Vou tentar. Melhorou um pouco. Now we kind of have the workflow. Let's make a couple more for variation, and we can do the furry parts, and then we'll do the feathers in a bit. I got a threes. Maybe just a single clump. Is someone wanting a character art job in games spend time learning a game engine? A little bit of time. I think this is personal opinion. I think a little bit of time would be a huge help for you. So at least you can like import your characters, set up the materials, and render them in engine. Or at least see them in engine is already a big thing. So I would definitely recommend it. Yeah. Try to remember the same exact flow. Yeah, down that intensity. Work the transition a little bit. Hi, visual nates. Did someone? Oh, wait, I already read that one. Let's go ahead and try this one from Mesh. Mine just the transition still not quite right. Go ahead and spread this a little bit. Oh gosh, it's a little wobbly. Check the side view. Be better. Let's see how it looks. Little guy. But yeah. Thanks, Gathering Wolves. I'm glad you think it's fun. It's really fun to do. What about you when I saw you on the Maxim podcast? Which one? Been doing lots of stuff lately, but it's been really great. Danielle Peterson, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Just a single actually works pretty well, actually. Look, get a lot done with that. Not bad, right? Chest probably the best area so far. Question is, would it print well? Would it read well on a small print? I'm not so sure. I think I'm ready to start adding the real stuff. But, you know, I still gotta Dynamesh some things together. So let's keep putting. Maybe I can do like I'm just trying a couple things. Give me a second. What about if I add some base ones like this, and then come in here with the singles and break it up? Work. What do you guys think about the belly? I think this is what we're going to do here. I think this is the style we're going to get today. Because we also have limited time. What do you guys think? That's not so bad. Like, I've definitely done worse. The Kraken! That was so much fun. Still not done because we still haven't turned it into a TikTok yet. Alright. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna Dynamesh together the body and then we're gonna zero mesh it. Make sure that we have like the ability to go up and down in our subdivisions. Then we are going to apply these furs. Then at the end we're going to apply more like feathery looks around the big areas. So this is the look we're going for. I'm even going to take a little screenshot just so I don't forget. This in my board. Go ahead and turn the color back on. It also looks fine with color. He's fine. All in all, not the worst. Not the worst. We can work with this, right? So let's go back to a time before we had any feathers applied. I'm going to use the history bar right here. Oh, freeze Zbrush a little bit. Get a bit more. So what we need to Dynamesh is all of the fingers and toes. And yeah, the tail maybe? Actually, I'm not even sure about the tail. I'm going to leave the tail off. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and let's separate all of the... I wonder if I can do a split similar. No, I can't. Oh, let's go ahead and delete that. Maybe that's why I can't. So geometry, delete hidden. Come back in here. Split similar parts. I don't know if this will work. We got claws, and then we got fingers. Nice, that worked perfectly. Yes, I love a good split similar that works. Same thing on the little toes. Split similar parts. Now we have toes and claws separate. So we want the toes to actually merge into the body. So I'm going to move everything I want merged down all the way to the bottom. Just a habit of mine. Make sure everything's kind of together. So only the body, foot, toes, and fingers. So I'm going to go ahead and merge down. First I'm going to save. Quanto tempo demorei para aprender inglês? Ótimo. Are you sneezing directly on my face? You just see that? He's turned right towards my prints and he's sneezing directly on them. No mercy. No nothing. No apologies either. Eu demorei bastante tempo, só que também eu morei fora cedo, sabe? Fora do Brasil cedo, então eu tive a oportunidade de aprender rápido. Assim, aprendi do jeito mais difícil de aprender, na verdade, que na verdade é na hora, você tem que se virar, e é o melhor jeito de aprender inglês. Noticed you brought your prints home. Yes, I did. So the students didn't really care about them, so I decided not to take them anymore. Yeah. You snotty. That's kind of gross, my man. You see this little baby cat? So I duplicated my Owlbear, and now I wish to... Oh my god, it's gonna be extra hard with sparkles here. But I wish to zero mesh it, so I'm gonna try zero meshing with keep groups on. Go to zero mesher, target like 9k is fine. Keep groups. You're hurting me, my man. He's like standing on my lap, but with the claws out. How rude. Okay, this is fine. Oh, I forgot to Dynamesh it all together. Turn blur down, turn up that resolution. but the fingers don't absolutely merge together. I guess they will. I don't know if there's any way around it. Come on. Go somewhere else, my little man. I wonder if I keep groups, if it will stick the fingers in or not. No. No, if anything, it just made everything worse. Right. I wonder if there's a way to like copy my polygroups. Maybe if I do polypaint from polygroups. I'm just trying some stuff today. Then we're gonna dynamesh it pretty high. So now I still have polypaints. So I could probably turn these polypaints into polygroups maybe. So polygroup from polypaints. I don't know if it worked, but maybe. We're gonna find out the hard way. Geometry. Now we're gonna zero mesh. Zero mesher. I had to have to like. Them eyes are haunting. Whose eyes? The creature? Oh my gosh, my polygroups didn't quite work out the way I wanted them to, but you know what? It's already better than nothing, right? Got a little bikini situation going on. Let's try one more time, but like with the tolerance turned different, so polygroups and turned up tolerance. Larger number equals more groups. Ah, now I think we might be doing. No. Bom, você acha que o gato é bonito? Eu também acho. Oh my goodness. We got a little bit of a mess situation going on here, but I think it's better if I had left it the other way, huh? Or maybe clean up all the polygroups first and then go polypaint. Sorry guys, we're gonna try this a couple times. I just really want to make this work. Yeah, I guess. This area must not be a clean polypaint. Maybe if I turn down the tolerance. Well, it's not really important, I guess. So let's go finish this up. Hey Sparkles, he's so cute. This is your own design. So I'm doing an Owlbear from D&D. The actual Owlbear design that I'm doing is my own, but the concept of Owlbears is not mine at all. And then turn off solo mode, turn off transparent mode, turn everything off except for this and this, and then we're gonna project all and go up one and project all, and then that's probably all I need for now. So this here is my design, but the Owlbear is not my IP. You know, it's from D&D. Did you 3D model that or use a template? I 3D modeled that from scratch. We're just gonna clean up some areas, make them nice and welcoming to our little brushies. Okay. We don't want to make it too smooth either. I'm going to bite up one more time, grab that brush, and let's see how it looks when I apply it to the chest, like I did before. Not the worst. I'm trying to change sides sometimes to kind of get different flow of how the hair looks. Sally Prosper, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Thank you, and welcome to the stream. So, no. Okay. Hold up. We need to undo all of that and do it again, but with higher geometry. What are we doing? It's gotta look good. And then I'm also gonna use the old one for reference too. Just cause. So now I feel like I can relax a little. We kind of got the workflow down. We can actually chit chat more. What are you guys up to? Tell me, have you had any major breakthroughs lately? Do you feel like you understand something better that you didn't before? Tell us all about it. I've had multiple breakthroughs, but I forgot all of them. I think the main one is that I've been working too much, and like I've been low key like addicted to work and not wanting to do anything else. And I don't think that's necessarily a good thing because I've been faced with a lot of big questions like about my health lately and about like big questions like what's my old age going to look like? And things like that. And I just think I need to be more careful with how much I've been working lately, and I don't know, that not foster bad habits. And I'm too addicted to working, and like I'm making money and all these things, but I'm not spending it. I'm not enjoying it at all. Um, you know, I'm pretty sure spending it is like a part of it, right? Like, um, anyway, it's like a weird thing to be thinking about, right? Especially in this day and age. To look at like I've been crying because like my eyes are dry, dry. But yeah, I've been thinking about all these big questions of life, and wondering if I'm doing the right things lately. I definitely know that I've been working way too much, and I need to stop that. This whole hospital thing was kind of a wake up call. It's scary and awful. And I wonder if it has to do with stress. This weekend, my Diablo model, as you know, trying to get the high poly done ASAP for next weekend. Any motivation to 3D model and learning the programs? You missed the huge conversation about that in the other stream that I did today. Basically, we were talking about like how motivation is not even like a reliable feeling, that you can have. Motivation is a feeling like any other. What you need is discipline. As I'm doing this, I'm trying to kind of find also the flow of the anatomy and the flow of the fur. I say as I put in like a sideways one, which is actually a good representation of what I mean, right? We need these to actually work with each other pretty well. My college portfolio is due this upcoming March, and I'm hoping to work for Disney. Oh, if you're hoping to work for Disney, you gotta really work hard. Working for Disney is highly competitive, so you gotta remember that. Let that fuel you. The knowledge that there's thousands of kids currently in college and coming out of college that want to work for Disney too. you know, and they're all working every day. Because thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. I don't know, it's not normally what we want to hear, but damn if it's not motivating to remember that while we're wasting time, sometimes the competition's out there, you know? They're working hard. The middle part looks a little repetitive, doesn't it? Break it up with something a little bit of pizzazz can't fix. Oh, you went through some surgeries? No. Then it's just a timing thing then. Oh shoot. We should save, right? My back making it hard to sit still and work on animations. Is it great that you're staying super busy? Who is? I am, cause like, I don't like that. It's not feeling so good lately. Be so busy and to be a workaholic. Oh shoot, I forgot to use a layer. I literally said in my head, I hope I don't forget to use a layer, and then I did. So now we're using layers. See daisy. I gotta use these little single ones to break up the repetition of the big ones. Otherwise, it's too easy to see where they've been repeating. I gotta start being busy. If you feel well enough to do it, go for it. Temporarily take off the paint here. I don't know what to do with the belly flow, so maybe I'll leave it alone for now. Maybe like counterflow, like this way. So. What programs are you using currently and overall? I've used Maya and a tiny bit of Blender. So see, it depends on what I'm doing. Like, you might not know this, but I actually have like a very multifaceted skill set and job, which means that I'm always doing slightly different things. And depending on the things, I use different software, but I use a lot of Maya, Unreal, I don't use any blender right now. Substance sweets. I used to use Topo Gun. I'm thinking about going back. I use Marvelous Designer sometimes, even though it's not my forte yet. I don't use any Unity. I used to use Max. RIP. We should save again, just to be sure. We should also save the brush, which is creature. Yes. Put that in a new folder. Owlbear. I'm so bummed out. I haven't had time to deep dive into anatomy. Bought a couple anatomy books for artists, books on sale at Barnes & Noble to help with learning. Well, what have you been spending your time on? Dark Witch Dreams. For the minis challenges, do we have to do most of it in Zbrush, or does it matter? No, it doesn't matter at all where you do it. At all. Ah, Picas, thank you. Murilo, eu fiz faculdade na Arts Institute. Ela basicamente fechou. Foi muito ruim. Gathering Wolf says, I've been trying to stick to schedule with work. It's been rough having to manage my time. Struggling with time management is normal, actually. Like, I could just tell you, like, just get good at time management, whatever. Like, it's normal, you know? A lot of us struggle with that. It's okay. Not everybody's necessarily good at self management like that. That's why I recommend college to a lot of people. Like, I don't recommend college to everybody, but I recommend it to people who have struggles staying accountable to themselves. I'm particularly not that good at being accountable to myself. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have good days and bad days when it comes to that, you know. Not always easy. I say with a full mouth. You know, and that's a huge part of why I started streaming, actually. Did you know that? I wanted to have external accountability. Do you know what external accountability is? It's when you're accountable to other people that aren't you. And to a lot of people, that's absolutely necessary. They can't get moving if they don't have somebody to answer to. And that's not a bad thing, and it doesn't make you worse. Like, that's like a thing I feel like it's very important for us to remember, is that, like, it's normal to be that way. It's just a personality trait. And what's important is that you recognize it and you're honest with yourself. And then what you can do is you can just work around it. It's like, find out what your flaws are and then create systems to work around your flaws. It's like, it's that easy. No wonder. No worries, Dark Witch. Oi, Hertzman. Tudo bem? As criaturas que você está fazendo fazem parte de algum jogo? D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Tentando tirar uma fotozinha dela no meu celular pra pôr no stories. Good idea, Odon. I've been drinking some water here. Actually, it's tea. I've been getting yelled at about water all week long. Thank you so much for helping. And if you have a complex character that has a lot going on, and you want to unwrap it, what is the best way to do this? I looked into UV Master and just a ball ache. So I always used to unwrap. I basically unwrap using Modo, which is like the easiest unwrapping software ever. Well, it's not unwrapping software. It's like a full-on software like Maya is, which is used to be the one that I used to use all the time. You know, and yeah, Modo makes everything easy for unwrapping purposes. I'm gonna do the center first and then kind of spread it out. I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. Is the result that I'm getting from this like center area. I think I'm just gonna full on like make it like this and then draw a line down the center with like diamond standard or something. Bad, bad, bad. I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. What do you guys think about like that messy center? It isn't a morph target, so I just get rid of it. I found that a great way to motivate myself is setting measurable goals and also getting just over the halfway mark on smaller goals gets that sunk cost fallacy working on your side. Well, tell me more about harnessing sunk cost fallacy. I wish to know more. Because normally I'm all like, you know, I use that to get me to stop doing things, not do them more, you know? Between Maya and Topogun, which is the best for Retapo and the fastest? I think Topogun, because Maya like gets really laggy the longer you go. And then you have to like stop and like clear history and stuff. Topogun doesn't have that. You can just kind of go with Topogun and you don't have to stop. Every moment is precious, so I always say. This is quite the vision, isn't it? Claws in a terribly deformed color palette. You start dragging them in bigger, but now it's a little too late, you know? Gotta make sure I'm just stuff I'm looking at the right angle. Right here. Oh, the arm is not. Let's rebuild our polygroups. Okay, like these are obviously not working, right? Like, let's be honest. W. Gonna grab my mask pen. And get that little bit of purple in there. Get the bra straps here. W, get all that in one polygroup. Yeah, I think this should be more fine. I guess it's like you spend too much time on something and to give up on it, so you might as well finish it before starting a new project. Okay, I get it now. Okay, so we went too hard right here, so I'm gonna use the morph brush. Oh, I haven't even set a morph target, so let's go ahead and stop recording this layer. Hide it. Grab a morph target. I have like a ton of tutorials on this FYI, so I'm not gonna like spend too much time on it. That's okay with you. And tone it down with morph targets. Little furry baby. What do you guys think of the look so far? I think it's coming together with the feathers and stuff. I might need to stream a little longer than usual today. As long as you're just over halfway, you have less time left and that you've already spent, so why not? Okay, so now I'm going to take off symmetry for the center area. So like, this is an important thing. You need to make sure that you're not using symmetry the closer you are to the center point of a mesh. Otherwise it gets really clear that it's symmetry is on. Always just tell. I think this whole area is candidate for like a morph intervention. Ask me, but so tell me more. What I want everybody here to tell me, what are your secrets and your tricks that you use to like trick yourself into getting more stuff done? Do you have any? Please let me know in chat. Oh, I still kind of got kind of a repetitive look on the center. Maybe I can fix that. Maybe we can fix that. I say as it exploded. Anybody got any cool tricks for me to steal and try to use? We're accidentally getting some on the belly here. Let's make sure to mask. Oh, and symmetry was off. Okay, the whole thing's busted. Undo. Mask. Thank you so much, Fizzy Milk, for the follow. I appreciate it. Went a little too hard there. And it's upping down though. Keep on. I always make a checklist of everything I need to do on the day, so checking the boxes off gives a very satisfying feeling, so I guess the check boxes are my trick. A little bit of a, what is the feeling that you get when you check off things of the check boxes? I think it's like dopamine, is it? Or serotonin? I'm gonna try to make this area a little bit bigger. I might add a new layer for that. Like nice chunky tail feathers. So, my streaming lights exploded during stream a month ago. And then I bought a new one on Amazon. And then the new one got delivered. And then, before I set up the new one, the lights in my entire apartment complex died for like a blackout. And when it came back, the old one miraculously was working. So it waited until I had literally bought a new one, and then it started working again. Isn't that like just the most ironic little thing? I'm just seeing big feathers and burn the booty. Look at those booty feathers. Obrigada. If you guys want, I can share these brushes later on as part of the challenge or something. So make sure to join my Discord. Speaking of which, let's get it going. So I have a Discord server where hundreds of amazing, positive, lovely 3D artists hang out. When we're offline, we share tips and tricks, tutorials, and resources. You can participate in the giveaways and challenges that we have all the time. You can do so much fun stuff with us there, and also network, right? Like get to know all sorts of new people for yourself. So definitely do that. Join the Discord. It's also where the current challenge is happening, right? The one that we're doing right now, the DND challenge. So make sure you do that. And make sure to follow me on social media. Social media right there, just in case. I'm gonna put it on Restream bot. I still don't know if I got the bots to work. Frankly, like I don't know. Are my links coming through? I don't know. So I got Twitch, Instagram, ArtStation, TikTok, all sorts of other stuff for you guys to check out. So feel free to do so. What else? Yeah, that's mostly it. You can join my 3D sculpting workshop every week on Wednesday. Every month we do a different theme. We're about to start a new month, and the theme is actually being voted on pretty soon. So make sure to check that out. I have it here in Gumroad. You can, oh, you can both. I don't know if that worked. I think so. I don't know. You can check it out on the Gumroad. It's $9.99 to get the offline versions, like the non-premium contents, and it's $50 a month for the workshop, 4 to 5 workshops a month, plus access to all of the previous months' workshops. So basically, it's hundreds and hundreds of hours of content on how to be a better sculptor, and it's just really fun and really great. So definitely recommend you check it out. Even if you don't want to join right now, you can always save it for later. There's some issues in the bottom of the arm here that we're gonna have to fix. Good thing we have more brushes. Keep putting them in upside down. You guys see that? I think we can finish this today, though. Owlbear. But I might not be able to pose it today, which is kind of a bummer. Unless I do like a really basic pose, you know? For the face, I'm gonna use only the special brush, probably. I think only the single feather. For the back, I'm gonna like feather in, so to speak, a ton of the special one. Just to break all this up. I might also do another breakup pass with different brushes to kind of help it look less repetitive. Asuka, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. I think I'm gonna make a brush that's just like a really pointy feather that I can like used to bring some of them out, like away from the body. Up here is going to be smaller, so might as well buckle in and put in a bunch. There's a little bit of a mess right there. We can fix that later. We'll just do a pass to like clean up later. I don't want to spend too much time doing it on one side because then the alpha gets really repetitive. When I do it on the other side, it actually flips over the alpha. The more you know. So, what would be something else to talk about? It's looking a little sparse up here, like it doesn't look ideal. I'm gonna maybe go up one subdivision. Oh, layers, of course, layers. You guys see the Vecna TikTok that we put out this week? We had a good time making it. As you guys see my Vecna stream, we turned that into a TikTok. It was very fun. Cute little TikTok. Gonna clear that and put in a new screenshot for people who are arriving can see that we got feathers. S for screenshots. Nailhead, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. A whole bunch. Paciência é tudo. Eu tô me divertindo com vocês aqui também. Ajuda. Been watching some gameplay of The Quarry lately. I love that kind of game. Like, I really liked it when they made Until Dawn. I really liked watching YouTubers play Until Dawn specifically. Like, I don't think I would play it. But, yeah, watching it's fun. Oh, I'm gonna just redo the whole bottom of the arm later because it ain't looking so hot. There's something really cozy about horror games. What do you guys think? What is your favorite video game genre? I don't know. Like I've been really like I've been overly enjoying horror games lately. And by lately, I mean these past few years. Racing. Oh my god. First person shooters. I love the worlds of Hollow Knight and Inscription. I have never heard of Inscription. Probably my own fault though. I have heard of Hollow Knight. Okay, let's work on the face a little bit. The flow of the face needs to be much different than the flow of the others. So I'm going to go ahead and turn up the brush to 100 and of course get a new layer going actually too. New layer. Let that happen. Resident Evil series, Subnautica had horror moments, so everybody keeps wanting me to play Subnautica, and I'm like, I played it a little bit one time, it's just not for me, you know? Look at how unfinished the face is. Oh my god, we're gonna get there. With full intensity, we get more of that 3D finish, but also we get more danger zones. Depending on the direction you drag in a VDM, like, it will totally destroy your day. And we'll break that up with some of these bad boys here. This is where getting them pointy will be totally important. And they're not super pointy right now. Like right now they kind of conform to the shape of the face. Not what we want for these areas. Go ahead and look at some owls. And get sort of the flow going. And we're gonna make it tiny, tiny, tiny babies. Here. Actually better to do it the other way, like from the bottom up, so and I might have to do individuals there, so we're gonna maybe just turn down the intensity. It's like a 70. I'm just gonna come in here, create kind of a little bit of a barrier. The long one's the short one. Trying to figure out this tree. It's kind of messing up. It might be the beak. I turn that off. It was the beak. That might be a little too small. Always zoom out. That's why you gotta always zoom out. Whoop. Oh, Josh Foreman, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How you doing? Appreciate it a whole bunch. Go ahead and undo. Cool Owlbear. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. How was your stream today? You should tell me how you got the eyes glossy while the body is matte. Of course. So basically how it goes is, and I'm really trying to back this history back. You basically have to paint on with a material. I showed it in my previous stream today. Basically, you just switch your brush type from RGB to material. You select the material you want. It's going to change everything. And at first you'll be like, oh god, it's changing everything. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. But it just looks like it changed everything. And then once you change the material on the rest, like for example, I only painted in the eyes with toy plastic. It should stay. So only the parts that you actively painted will stay. I'm trying to follow the flow. Little owl eyes. And let's actually sculpt around the eyes a little bit, because like we need to clean that up. So let's do it. Starting by going to a lower subdivision, maybe adding a new... I might have other with a new layer actually. Like some sort of eyelid situation, you know? Even if it's just sketchy. Israel Pina, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Gonna reset this brush. See what we can do with this. Pretty good. I was ZBrushing a tabletop watermill. Nice. Both doing tabletop themes. Thomas was here. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Oh my god, I'm getting it all wobbly and everything. Letting go of all my rules. I'll leave it alone for now. Well, actually, right after this, I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Alright, back to adding some little feathers. And so I'm going to just select the face because everything's getting a little heavy. And then turn off the color. Reminds me of the creatures from the game Lost Ark. Amazing. Oh, thank you. Glad you like it. Oh! Just Chaos! Thank you so much for that raid! Welcome, raiders! Welcome, welcome, raiders! Eldona, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Look at that raid. Big raid energy. Thank you, Tetra Chaos. I'm glad you like it. Gotta get these little empty spots too later. Thank you, Kitty Renee, and thank you, Tetra Chaos. You guys rock. You're way too kind. Here's the whole body. So far. Color and everything. Although we could do a white version, like kind of feeling like a winter version too. You know, little wintry. Back to the little face. We were working on the little owl eyebrows. Judgmental eyebrows. How is the owlbear supposed to judge you with no judgmental eyebrows, right? Got little issues on the inside there. Gotta ignore those. Kitty cam? Yeah, I know, right? The light isn't hitting him so good today. Yeah, me could out. Thank you so much for the follow. Like a weird lack of continuity right here. I think I need to fix that. So we're gonna undo the last couple I did. And we're gonna just kind of round it about, roundabouts. Gonna make it work. And if I don't like it, I can just morph target it away. That's the beauty of morph targets. Oh, Tetra Chaos, what were you guys doing in the stream just now? I actually don't like anything that's going on in the middle here, so good chance we will take it off. It's so great. I've never seen cooler looking owls. Thank you. It's an owlbear from the game D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and it's going to become a 3D printed tabletop mini after we're done. We're actually doing a D&D mini marathon here on the channel, and we are making a bunch of these. This is just the first one. And over the next 3 weeks, we hope to make 8, but honestly, no promises. Because there's a good chance I can't pull off 8. I'll try to do 8 streams though. Like, I definitely will do 8 streams, but I don't know if I can do 8 minis, you know, in that time. I don't know if I like this top bit. I just heard the title properly. These owlbears up poppin'. I'm working on drawing a zoo. Is nice. I used to draw mythological deities all the freaking time. I don't know how to make this top bit work. I don't like it so far. Maybe we leave it alone. Like, that's the thing. Like, I have so many parts to work on, you know? I can just leave the ones I don't like alone for now. There we have the color again. We can even start doing some fancy, like, color stuff. What are my PC specs? I actually have a command for that. Computer. There they are. I don't really know much about computer, like hardware, if I'm gonna be honest. But I did have this computer specifically made so that I could do a lot of game arts, specifically in Unreal. I have a 3090 I don't know if I've updated the command, but I have a 3090 graphics card that Nvidia sent. Their Owlbear, super cool. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys like it. Alright, so I must go to the restroom real fast. I'll also refill my drink so that I can stay hydrated, so I can stay out of the hospital again. I'll be right back, okay? I am back. Hello, friends. Fiber Red Litical? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah. Where were we? There's plenty of things to flesh out, so I might have to stream a little longer today. I hope that's okay with you guys. No tail. Now that is a masterpiece. I like bits of. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to follow the channel. Also follow me on social media. Right there. And also join my Discord. Is commission work or personal work? This is personal work that I'm doing for my own stream marathon that starts today. Oh gosh, is symmetry not on? When did that happen? Rip. Till the end of July, till July 22nd. And then I'm going to Brazil, so I will not be streaming so much. So we're getting them all in now. But we are also doing a little giveaway. If you want to participate, you know, doesn't hurt. I think I made the brush a little too soft. It doesn't look good so good over here. Morph target brush. Ah, where's my morph target? Ah. Get this notes. Oh my god. Let's go ahead and turn off this layer. Get a morph going. I think it's because I divided up one more time. And then, okay. That off. Create a morph target. Turn it on again. Thank you, Artistic Ave. I'm glad you like it. Okay, back to the brush. Sort out the flow. First, I'm going to finish out the bicep area. Maybe we'll hide the rest of the body to process, because that's just distracting. Shove this. I don't like it, I can just fix it in a little bit. I don't want to be too holding myself up, doing the same spot over and over and over again, you know? Breaking it up with the singles. Very important step for me. I left it too sparse right here, so I kind of did myself a disservice. Probably turn this one up a little. Maybe a little Demian standard or something, like to like keep in the crease here might help distract from the problem. Let me see if I chat. Besides my bots. Tutoriais em espanhol? Não. Português only. And English. Mostly English. Hold on, I don't know how much longer I'll be on, but go to the store, don't worry. What are you calling your creation? Owlbear or Were Owl? So this is an owlbear from D&D. That's already called an owlbear, so I'll just keep calling it an owlbear. So real fast, what I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to kind of create a new brush, but I want it to be kind of like a just a spike. Something like more dramatic. Kind of just a really basic spike. Looks like I messed up some of the planes. Okay. And I kind of select just the area of the spike. And then morph everything to a grid. So deformation, morph to grid. Often transition. Literally it. That's all I want is a spike. Then I'm going to come in here. Mesh, test it out. Seems fine. And then go to my bird guy. And try to use the spike to kind of like raise some of the feathers. Let's see. Unless I need to use the same kind of shape as before. I also need to make this lower intensity. No, it's not the right shape, so we'll have to use the same brush. Something like this, it like just raises a couple of feathers at a time. Yeah, I'll just have to make it better, but you guys get the idea. Ooh. Long day of streaming for me. I'm glad you like it, Mad Cannon. Let's take a little streaming moment or stretching moments. Wrong action, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Thank you. Gosh. Should I have my assistant do the rest of this? So what's your favorite, like, book for artists? Like, specifically, like, about how to be an artist more so than, like, reference or anything like that. Super Wild Limes, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And Targo D, yeah, thank you as well. Where Bear 3DR insta follow. Yeah? Are you also a 3D artist? Owlbear. Yeah. Good old D&D Owlbear. I'm about to start playing my latest campaign in D&D, and I'm very excited. This time I'm going to be a tiefling, what's her face? Changeling? I think the campaign is set in Namibia? Namibia? I already forgot. So it's been so long. I don't know about you guys, but getting a D&D game going is like hard. I think it's historically hard for everybody, isn't it? It is hard to get a group playing. This hard best part and back here is also gonna be hard. Could have done some sort of spikes there first. I wish I mostly just make inorganic structures because I can't get details or sculpting to work for me. Oh, that's not good. Well, you can. I mean, like, there's nothing you can't learn, right? I believe in you. Hopefully, somebody buys this. Like, part of the goal is to get somebody to actually buy the STL one day. One day. And then like print it out and color it because I can't just like you can't sculpt details. I also can't paint minis. Like it's my weakness. I actually can't paint anything actually, but except for 3D models. So it would be really cool for me to see somebody else paint my work. And I see artists all the time being like, "Oh, look at this cool paint job that so and so did," and I'm like, "I want that. I want that. I want that life." What does that feel like, living my dream? How much are you selling it for? I don't know. How much should I sell it for? Does anybody know? I'll take suggestions. I have the Vecna up for $9.99, but I think that's way too expensive because it's just a bust. Dash Zayed, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. This does not have good flow. I can't sculpt or paint worth a damn, but I still do it. That is the attitude right there. legs look a little wild, okay? We're gonna revisit those in a little bit. Let's do this part here. I might have to hide out the arms. Don't let me make it too sparse like I did at the top. I should have followed the flow. But I get. No, actually that part is. This part will get morph targeted. Any advice in 3D resin printing? So I'm no resin printer experts. I've done a few. I've had a bunch of mistakes. I've had some good ones. Mad Cannon, thank you so much for the follow. I don't have a lot of advice, but if anybody here does, I will also hear the advice and enjoy it and learn from it. This is one of those chaotic songs that I can't deal with when I'm working. Mega Spleef, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Witchy Bee, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm gonna fill up some of the empty areas here. I started with FDM printer to understand the basics. I just got my first resin printer, the Elegoo Saturn. That's pretty freaking cool. I never did an FDM printer. I only ever cared about resin. I literally was like, get this away from me. I want a resin printer. There's some pretty bad areas, I must be completely honest with me. I'm gonna just select these, mask them out, and then kind of invert visibility, hide PT. Ah, that's the exact opposite of what I want, but it looks pretty cool. Invert. Gotta hide those arms, otherwise this ends up intersecting the arm. These. can get mini filters on Amazon. Oh yeah, I have some mini filters. They are wonderful. They are so worth it. Are you feeling better? Hey, Hera Drink. I am not like I wouldn't say I'm 100% recovered, especially spiritually, but I am doing better. Maybe I'll have to finish this on Tuesday. Bem legal usar os brushes, eu desculpo pelos um por um e demora bastante. É, nem sempre vale a pena. Save, just make sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish today. But it's pretty close, right? What do you guys think? We're gonna continue this one on Tuesday. I'm gonna stay a little longer and we can like keep making some progress, but yeah, we're definitely not gonna finish today. I was going to add a new layer and then try to break up the fur / feathers a little bit with like some Damien Standard, Stripey Alpha, create some flow. Maybe if I use Snake Hook with AccuCurve on instead of trying to use that third brush I made. Thank you, KKKKK. Appreciate it. Do something like this, and of course, try to make a new layer. Perhaps even hide some of the body. This. Great spikes. Christopher May Arts, I'm glad you like it. Mas, Fred, Ana, você tá de mentoria para 2D mesmo? Mais focado em planejamento de carreira? Sim. Eu foco muito em planejamento de carreira, não importa o que a pessoa queira, na verdade. Só que eu também já dei aula 2D, 3D, mas assim, quando se trata de carreira, nem importa tanto, porque é uma questão de planejamento, pesquisa, data, data, dados e coisas assim. Agora eu posso ver a live direito, tá assistindo no tablet ultimamente. Não é festa de criança. Your classing brushes work in Blender? I believe they do not, but they do come with alphas, like, so you can open them in ZBrush, take off the alphas, and then maybe use those in Blender. You're more than welcome to try. Let me know how it goes. Butchers22, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So everybody, I'm not done yet for today, but I would like to talk to you about the good news. Just kidding. Um, I'm hoping you're enjoying this model. If you are, make sure to follow this channel so that you can come watch the rest of my streams. Right now, I'm in the middle of a stream marathon, which means I'm streaming Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Normally, I only stream Sundays, so I'm streaming all those days at 7 p.m. Eastern Time right here on this channel. I'm also streaming on the Pixelogic channel, Zbrush Live, every Sunday at 5 p.m. So basically, I do like a double day on Sundays. Make sure to join my Discord server if you're enjoying this stream. If you enjoy this also community, there's hundreds, actually thousands of 3D artists on there that are very pleasant, nice, polite, will help you grow in your journey, answer questions, and you can answer their questions. You can show off your work, give tips, tricks, or share tutorials. You can give feedback, get feedback, participate in our giveaways, participate in our challenges, and just hang out and network and get to know people. You never know. There's people there from beginners to super pros that you wouldn't even imagine are there. They're there. They're hanging out. Next, we have my social media. The best way to get a hold of me, send me messages through like Instagram messages. You can talk to me. You can get up to date with my announcements, free content, art. I've been making a lot of mini videos on Instagram lately, and they've been doing pretty well. Like the latest one got like 100,000 views in one day, which is like really freaking cool. Anyway, you can go follow me on the social medias at Twitter, ArtStation, Instagram, and TikTok. Then I also have my Gumroad, where I have my mentorships program. The mentorships are currently sold out, but you can join the waitlist on there if you want to work directly with me and focus on your career and your skills and improving yourself. And I also have the 3D Sculpting Academy, which is the rebranding of my workshop. So for those of you who don't know, I've been teaching a workshop every Wednesday online for you guys in a classroom type environment on Discord. And every month we do a brand new theme, and every theme starts at the beginning of the month, ends at the end of the month, and we basically start a portfolio piece from scratch at the beginning of the month, and we work on it together. Every Wednesday, I give feedback, and at the end of the month, you have a finished portfolio piece. That is the workshop. So now that it's called the 3D Sculpting Academy because there's so much more. There is the workshop, of course, but you also get access to all previous workshops, which are like hundreds of hours of workshop content and tutorials. You get early access to my content, my tutorials, if I make them for YouTube and things like that. You get to request tutorials and help. You get to participate in our party events. Every first Wednesday of the month, we do a party. So you can come hang out with me and my other people in my mentorship and my workshop. You can read my special articles. I have articles on discipline and how much to charge if you're a freelancer and like building up your career, building up your mindset. I have resources, like I have an entire page on where to get jobs, like both common sites and like rare sites. I have an article that we're putting together right now on like ideas for making little videos for like Instagram and TikTok and things like that. So again, the Gumroad link is being posted in chat right there, right now, if you guys want to check it out. So it's really fun. I recommend it myself. Maybe I'm a little biased, but yeah. If you want to work with me, the Gumroad is your place to be. The tail. We'll just do the whole tail and like the extra feathers, like big ones, and yeah, back of the leg here and all that stuff next time. Negative CHA, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and like try to at least close up the back here. Like very generic music, huh? There's only like 5 seconds left in that song anyway. The sculpting workshop, it basically like as it sounds like, it's all about like gaining control over form, learning the sculpting fundamentals, becoming better at the tools that you have. We don't always do things the easy way on the workshop. Sometimes we do things the hard way. but it's to learn. And it's nothing like these streams that I do. Like I actually walk through step by step. I am actually pretty forceful. I tend to be a very straightforward teacher. I don't like mess around too much, you know. I'm not very conversational. I get directly to the point a lot of times. So that's more what the workshop is like. We also have like a basic version of the workshop where you don't have to come live. You can just pay way less to get the recordings and access to some stuff. Now let's break that up a little bit with this one. Gotta make sure I'm not going through stuff, which I am. Sorry if you said it already, but where do we buy things like this Owlbear? So I don't have a lot right now, but it's on my Gumroad. So I'll get you guys my Gumroad link. I go in incognito mode. I can show you guys my Gumroad as it is. So right now I sell minis actually on multiple websites, but the main one is Gumroad. Right now I only have this Vecna bust and some brushes for like free and stuff, and this is where I have my mentorship, which is sold out, and my sculpting workshops. This is the only place to go right now to get stuff. But there will be more because whenever I'm done with the Owlbear, I'm going to put it up for sale, both on Gumroad and in a bunch of other websites. I'm also gonna screenshot that and send it to the team because they're gonna want to see that because they've been really excited about this marathon. I wish I was allowed to sculpt this much detail in DND minis. Looking really sweet. Yeah, this is more than I probably should because like if it's made small, it probably won't barely show, right? But still, we can make it work using like contrast and stuff, contrast sliders. Oh no, don't you didn't have to repeat myself. I am so happy to talk about D&D minis and stuff and Gumroad many times. All this part's gonna get fixed on Tuesday. My AD would not be happy. What's your AD? Art director? Yes, I guessed it right away. That's why. Where do you work, Polypits? Fazer um normal map? Não, não. Esse aqui vai ser para impressão. Been streaming for 4 hours and a half. Freelance worked on minis around 10-ish years. Oh my goodness. So I obviously do not work professionally in minis, which is probably why I'm getting so carried away with detail, but it's worth it. I'm gonna print it pretty big, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna print it bigger than most minis, so you know what? I really don't have it in me to undertake the underarm. Definitely worth it. Oh yeah, he's like got like naked hands. Naked hands. So, okay, I want you guys to help me make a list for next week or next Tuesday when we pick this back up. So we gotta detail the claws, hands and feet, beak, brand new tail, right? Because this one is just isn't cutting it. And in fact, I like spaced out, forgot to add the tail to the freaking Dynamesh. So there's that. We gotta clean up the underarms and like whatever's going on here with this curvy feathers of the butt here. Do owlbears have furs or feathers? I've seen it both ways. So this is like furs pretending to be feathers, and then we're gonna do like better feathers for like these areas here. And the tail is gonna be super feathery. I think the face needs a little bit more roundness. Oh, I should probably have symmetry on for that. And then I could like use the snake hook to kind of create more like protruding little furs. Beak. Nice. My plan is working swimmingly. Oh. So those of you who normally work with 3D printing, like I'm thinking about like sculpting in the actual pupil itself as opposed to leaving it round. What do you guys normally do? Do you sculpt in the pupil and make it concave, or do you leave it round for people to paint? What is your normal go-to? Oh, of course, we also have to finish the base, right? Like, look at the base. There are preferences on people's preferences. I sculpted. Quantos anos 3D? Uns 7. So you guys, what are the pros and cons of sculpting versus not sculpting? This turned out a lot more fun than I thought. Name him Albert. Owlbert. How about Owlbert? If work on bronze or pewter usually make it concave, it's easier to paint the eye if it's just round. So that's what I was imagining. Like, if it's just round, it's easier to paint it and then like fill it with like shiny, like a shiny coat, as opposed to like if you put a shiny coat on a concave surface, it's just not going to shine properly. Trabalho nos Estados Unidos na área de 3D, sim. Oh my god, Albert. I had thought of the owl part of the pun, not the bear part of the pun. You guys are brilliant. Brilliant people. God, I can't wait to get this thing printed and posed. Can't believe the pose came together, right? I'm going to put together like some sort of like mini TikTok for this because it's come a long way in a stream. Like, look at this. This was it before. Do you guys remember this? This was 4 hours ago. Then there was this. Remember this? That was also 4 hours ago. And now it looks like this. Who would have thought? A little man starting to grow up so fast. Material will self shining gem. I don't know what that means. Material. Ah. Alrighty guys, I think it is time for me to go so that I don't wear myself out. Yeah, I'm still in recovery. This is what we managed to get done today in 4 hours or so. Hooray for us. Look at us doing stuff. Okay, so next Tuesday we're gonna finish this. Mark your calendars. Don't forget. Come by, come say hi. I want to see you all again here soon, okay? I will see you all soon. Before I go, make sure to follow me on social media. Follow the channel if you want to get notified. There's like a notification, but I like literally I've been streaming for 4 years or more, and I never ever noticed the notification button or said anything about it. So do that if you want to. Also, you can join my wonderful Discord server where amazing 3D artists all get together and hang out offline. We share tips and tricks, tutorials, resources. You can show off your work, you can get noticed, you can give people feedback on their work, get feedback on your work. Also participate in the challenge and giveaway we're doing right now, okay, in which you have to sculpt this owlbear in order to participate and get some free stuff in the end. And then last but not least, I have a YouTube channel for you guys to follow. I have a Frozen 3D printing affiliate link. I haven't shown that one in a while. And what's the last thing? I don't remember. That's it, guys. I'll see you on Tuesday, okay? For the streaming marathon.